your dreams.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video, and today I'm just going to be talking about people complaining about the lack of content in Honkai Star Rail. By the way, if you happen to like the content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. I've been hanging around Reddit for like 30 minutes and I've been noticing some complaints about the lack of content in Honkai Star Rail's new update 1.3. People have been waiting a month or two for like an hour or 20 minutes worth of content. And I personally think that Honkai Star Rail has enough content in the game as it is. You have to remember that Honkai Star Rail is a Chinese mobile game. Mobile games are not really designed for you to play them like 8 hours a day. There are also laws in China that involve gaming. Citizens in China are not allowed to game for like a specific amount of time. I don't really know like the specific laws, but they can't really game for that long. That's why the game appears to have no content to most people, but I do think the game has plenty of content already for a mobile game anyways. You can hunt for treasure chests, you can hunt for achievements, you also have the simulated universe. In fact, the simulated universe is getting an update this patch. Because of these complaints on Reddit and other social media, I think HoYoverse took notice of this and they decided to move forward the starting date of the new simulated universe update. It was originally going to start during Fu Xian's banner, I believe, but they decided to move it up to September 6th, I believe. This update seems pretty good. We're getting new simulated universe stuff, and we also have the new Trailblaze power update, which does allow you to play a little bit more, so you know there is a little bit more content in this update. This update is pretty solid, so all these complaints about no content, you know, people are just capping and they probably got no lives. I've been treating this game like my side bitch. I just log in, do my dailies, log out. I haven't touched any character story. I haven't hunted any new treasure chests. I haven't taken down any of the stronger enemies in the overworld. You know what I'm talking about, right? I haven't even touched MOC at all. Like I said, I just log in, log out, you know, bye bitch. I do think that Star Rail was intended to be a side game. You can main the game if you want, but I just play it as a side game as HoYoverse intended it to be. I think many people wanted Star Rail to be pretty similar to Honkai Impact. Honkai Impact has a lot of stuff to do. If you're looking for an actual main game, then Honkai Impact is a pretty excellent choice because there's just so much shit to do in Honkai Impact. It can actually feel overwhelming, or you can just play like an actual real game. Star Rail is turn-based, so there's only so much that HoYoverse can really do when it comes to adding content to this game. There is no region that you can explore for hours like in Genshin, or any raid bosses like in Grand Blue Fantasy. I feel like co-op and raids would ruin Star Rail because majority of the player base are just all casuals. They'll most likely bring like a DPS to the raid and, you know, they'll basically, you know, fuck you over and shit. Or they could just do what FGO did with raids. FGO raids are not cooperable. Well, they are cooperable with other players, but they're also not. You use your own team for FGO raids, but you are working with other players to bring down the raid boss simultaneously. If they did raids like that, I think it'd be pretty good. But co-op raids where you're in the same room as the players, I think that's a bad idea. Adding PvP in Star Rail would also be pretty bad because, like I said, majority of the player base are all casuals. You would probably have to pull for like every new character in order to get an advantage in PvP. And I sure as hell don't want to pull for any male characters, so I don't want PvP in Star Rail. Guilds, I don't know how guilds could work in Star Rail. They're typically there for raids and stuff, but I mean, depending if they add FGO like raids, then I think guilds could work, but I don't really think guilds are necessary for Star Rail. I'm surprised Star Rail doesn't have a base like system like Honkai Impact does, or with Genshin with the teapot. Having a base in Star Rail wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't really say no to that. Although I don't typically care about base or base management gameplay in these type of games. In Punishing Grey Raven, the base is kind of optional. You don't actually have to touch it, period. In Honkai Impact, you use the base to unlock more stamina. You also use it for like commissions or whatever. If they wanted to add a base, I felt like they would have done it by now, because the only place that they would ever put it is in the Astral Express, so it's not there, so I don't think they would add a base for Star Rail. But if they ever did, I wouldn't say no to it. Anyways, I think Star Rail has enough content as it is. I mean, especially since this is supposed to be a side game. It's got the simulated universe that resets weekly, and it's also getting a update this patch, so that's more content for simulated universe. You can also hunt for treasure chests in the overworld. You can also hunt down for achievements that you can collect. The chests and the achievements can also reward you with the premium currency. You also have character stories to do and all that stuff. So I think, yeah, like I said, Star Rail has plenty of content in my opinion. If a game like FGO can survive with like no content, then Star Rail can survive with the current content that it has right now, in my honest opinion. Although I quit FGO like 3 years ago, so I don't know if they added like newer stuff nowadays. I know they have like this new hot summer event in JP. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Star Rail has enough content in the game? Do you wish it has more? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.